I am Stacey Nattrass Brown, and I am the choir teacher at Garden City Colligate. I teach grade 9 to 12 choir and vocal jazz. I've been teaching choir for 21 years, maybe even 22 next month. Yeah. One of the things I really enjoy and like most about teaching choir is, first of all, I chose this career because I love to sing myself, so every day I get to do something that I love to do. But seeing that joy and passing that joy along to my students is what I like best. Every day I say to people I feel like I live in my own happy bubble because this hallway, which is our arts hallway, is just filled with students making music, making art, expressing themselves, and getting really in touch with their feelings. We laugh a lot, sometimes we talk about hard emotional things, and I just love that. I love that part of my teaching. It brings me a lot of fulfillment on top of just the everyday fun. I've had to do a lot of adapting this year because of COVID. We were allowed to sing in the beginning of the year, but there were a lot of rules. So we would limit our singing to half an hour at the most. We would make sure we were in a well-ventilated space, 2 meters apart at least, and wearing masks. The first big adjustment was like singing with masks, and then finding a space in our building that was big enough and was available. So thankfully at our school we do have a theater, and so we often have used that space as our choir room. But then it wasn't long before they shut that down, and then we really had to reinvent the wheel this year. So how do you teach choir when you aren't allowed to sing? So we did a lot of ear training, a lot of fun like rhythm involvement, so some rhythmic games, or we start the class almost all the time now with putting on some funk tunes and clapping to a rhythm chart. So it gets people reading music, or at least reading rhythms. We had some pianos purchased for us by our school division, so that was really helpful. So we have enough for a class set so people can learn some basic piano skills. And I think that's really transferable for our students when we eventually do get to sing again. They've had more practice reading and understanding notes from the piano perspectives. We've done some project work, like a stomp project where you made music with just the objects around you, which was kind of fun. And then we were humming until we were allowed to sing again. We got through with a little bit of humming under our masks, just really softly to feel out those notes. I was really waiting to hear whether these restrictions would be lifted again. In fact, I've been kind of advocating for them, if not to be lifted, for at least to have a seat at the table, for them to remember that we exist. Because I did feel like sports in particular, there's a large voice behind, let's say, hockey. My own boys play hockey. And that seemed to make a splash on the news, saying, let the kids play again. And I was left here going, yes, I want my kids to play again, but I really want to sing again. And can we remember that there's also all these students and people that want to be singing again? I think choir can have a really positive impact on kids' mental health. And I think that's been something that people have been talking about a lot this year, is what impact is COVID and all the restrictions and the lack of a constant school day going to have on our students. And I think choir plays a big role in students finding their voice. And I mean that literally, but I also mean that figuratively. Like, choir becomes a place where a lot of friendships are formed. And I think that sense of normalcy, going to music class and still making music, I don't think it can be overstated how important that is to some people. For some people, that's where they find their happy place. That is their happy place.
Well, I like to sing. It's just so fun with everyone, nobody judge and everything, and the people are great and kind.
I like being in choir because I think it's a safe place for people to learn, and I can really feel like I can be myself there. I've always really enjoyed singing and music. It's always been a big part of my life, and it's given me a lot of confidence that I never used to have.
And I really like the community aspect about it.
I think that not having choir has affected my mental health in the past, probably going to school, because whenever I did have choir in the mornings, I always felt safe and like the rest of the day was going to be okay. I don't think that people realize how singing can help students.
Well, we can't sing, first of all, so that sucks.
Choir made me feel like I had a lot of people to talk to.
And we can't high five our people when we say good job and everything. We have to be 6 feet apart. And yeah, it just ruins everything.
My reaction to it being lifted was I was thrilled. I was a bit shell-shocked, to be honest. That first week that we were singing, it took me a while to find my legs because I haven't taught in that style for a long time. But it's felt really good. This week has been really fun. Going forwards from here, when I think of my hopes or what I'd like to see happen in choir, is that I don't forget those lessons from this year, that there is value in doing things other than singing.